phone rings. It's the recruiter. Congratulations, you got the offer. Joseph, we're so pleased to be able to extend an offer to you as a senior analyst. You're pumped. You can't wait to accept this offer and join the team. This is the call you've been waiting for.
Hey, and welcome back to the Recruiter Report. Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that is a fun and funky kind of dance. It is the art of negotiation. Let's give ourselves some affirmations by starting off by, if you're at the point of negotiating, it means congratulations, you have an offer. You did that. Go you. Major callouts in just pro tip. When you have an offer, you have three options with that offer. You can accept the offer, you can counter, or you can decline. Most people decline because the offer doesn't look like what they think it should, but let's talk about the magic power of negotiating. We're gonna dive into what that can look like today and all of the potential options. Not all, but a lot of the options in terms of negotiating. I'm calling this the art of negotiation because it is part art, part science, and we're gonna get into how you do negotiations. So with all offers, one of the things that you're gonna glom onto is the idea that there is the base salary, that is part of it. Then there are benefits and or perks. Then there is the schedule. And when you have that offer extended, the best thing you can say is, thank you so much. I'm so excited that we got to this point. I am going to take a beat to look over the written offer, understand it more, and come back with questions and my thoughts. First off, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be at this point. So you took a look at the offer, you look over the numbers, and the math is not mathing. Here's how you talk through it. So the base. If the base isn't where you had hoped it would be, the way to advocate for getting more money is data on data on data. One of the data points you might have is your current salary. How does it compare to the offer in front of you? How many years of experience do you have compared to what the job description is looking for? Is there a special certification, a unique experience that you bring that maybe warrants more money? So when you counter, you're not just saying, hey, I want an extra $5,000 to $20,000, but you're backing it up with any type of data points or supporting arguments to get your money. Yes. So this is the science part of the negotiation, is that you're definitely saying, when you're countering for the base, why? What value are you contributing, and backing it up with a recommended amount? So you're not just saying, I want more money, but you're saying, my experience, my current salary, this is what I'm leaving on the table. So any of those kind of elements is what you want to be able to back up that counter with. In most offers, there's also going to be some type of benefits or perks. And what that might look like is anything from a bonus or commission. And what you're trying to solve for is, if I'm looking at my total offer package, how does this fit into the number that I want to take home? So in most organizations, there's going to be some type of bonus or commission structure, and it's going to be a percentage of sales or revenue. It's going to be a percentage of your base salary or target number. And so what you might be asking for is, hey, I have a proven track record of far exceeding my sales goals. Here's some of my previous reviews. Here's some of my recommendations or referrals, what they say about my performance. I know that the bonus structure is supposed to be at 10% based on 15 years of performing above average. I would want to see if there's some wiggle room to me being able to collect 15% for the bonus potential. So again, what you're highlighting is your proven track record, your ability to come in and make impact, how you're going to add value to the current organization. And again, great to counter, but go ahead and back it up with some reference or data points. The third part or another portion of a offer is typically going to be the schedule or other kind of intangibles. It's something you maybe don't think about, but the schedule, maybe you have a crazy commute and it would really change your family's quality of life if you didn't have to commute during rush hours both ways. So maybe you're saying, hey, I might be open to taking a little bit less, but from my schedule perspective, would it be possible to work off peak hours, have a remote day, have more remote days that are in the policy? So again, we have not, one of my favorite team members, he always uses a term, we have not because we ask not. Here's the time to ask. So again, when we're thinking about an offer, we're also thinking about the quality of life, work-life balance or life-work balance, however you want to live this thing. Again, so you're saying, hey, in reference to the schedule, I know you mentioned this is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 in the office. Definitely okay with the $75,000. That sounds great. But as I mentioned, I'll be commuting a little bit further. Would it be possible to have one remote day? So that's definitely something you can negotiate for. Some of the other intangibles are work location, your title, your career path. Hey, I'm really open to looking at this position. I understand this is at the associate level. Can we write into my offer letter that in a year's time during my review, we look at we review and evaluate what it might look like to get into a senior associate position. So again, some of the intangibles in terms of you're again asking and leveraging for your needs and advocating for yourself. When you're negotiating and going after your counter offer, there really isn't anything you can't ask for. Always using a respectful and gracious tone, really being able to back it up with data points. The easiest data point is references, recommendations, your previous work history, previous performance reviews, and being able to provide that in writing. So you're talking about your previous track record and your capability to kill it and crush it once again. Again, you're coming back with actual terms. You're saying, hey, while I can appreciate the $75,000, I was actually thinking of $85,000. So again, being able to come back with the actual figure or an idea of what right would look like for you. Again, there is a myriad of things that you can ask for. Again, what I want you to think of is being gracious and humble and backing it up with data and facts to advocate for yourself. Again, it's an art and a science. The art is selling it. Demonstrating your value. The science is backing it up with data points. Did you do a market analysis to other folks who are in your industry? Do you have more experience than other people on the team? Do you have a unique certification or software proficiency? Again, is doing it in a way where everyone feels like they won, that the company feels like they're getting a great employee, and you feel like you've advocated on your own behalf and were heard. Again, the negotiation should feel like a dance, and no one wants to feel like they got their toes stepped on. So doing it with grace, humility, making it more conversational, a real true discussion, understanding the current policies, and even the potential to review your current offer in a year's time or in your next review. So if you would like to get the conversation going, you have your own questions about the right way to negotiate, please drop a line down in the comments, like and subscribe. Again, it's been my pleasure, The Recruiter Report. Thanks for watching.